Welcome back, YouTube family. Thank you for tuning in again. Hey, look, we're back with another. We're going to get back into that content that YouTube does not like me to talk about. Today, we're going to go over our second land purchase. We just got this land this year, 2021. Let's get into it. So, like I said, we are back, and today we are talking about our second land purchase. Who am I? If you don't know, if you're just tuning in, if you're just finding this, I am your humble host, Xavier. Okay, I'm a full-time cop, part-time real estate investor, part-time stock investor, part-time PhD student, part-time whatever else you want me to be. I am here. On this channel, we talk about everything from finance to police to how they intermingle. And today we're talking about land. Now, if you notice, not notice, but if you remember from our first video when we purchased land back in 2019, it was 10.5 acres. You can view that whole process and everything we learned and went through, somewhere around here on the screen. But today we are going to talk about our newest, largest, and most unique land purchase. The process to purchase the land was somewhat unique from what we did the first time. Okay, so we picked up about 61 acres in West Texas, and I'm gonna break down how I came to this area and everything. But yeah, I was drawn to the area for some future growth opportunities, and I knew that from our previous land purchase using the VLB. If you don't know the VLB, it's the Veteran Lands Board. It's a thing they have in Texas for veterans specifically to be able to buy raw, undeveloped tracts of land. If you ever tried to buy land, typically you can pretty much know that it's pretty hard to get conventional loans on undeveloped land. However, at least here in Texas, they have a program and a little department called the VLB that provides veterans with up to $150,000 to purchase undeveloped land. Well, since we're already using that, even though we didn't use the whole thing, we actually used a very small portion of it, but even though we're already using it, you can't have two open Veteran Land Board loans at the same time. But I knew I wanted land because I knew everything that's happening in Texas. I know people are moving to Texas. And I think that a piece that people are missing is that these same people moving from California, New York, and other areas to areas of Texas, yes, they're buying real estate. They're buying residential homes. They're buying condos. They're buying duplexes, multiplexes. Yes. But here's the thing that a lot of people are missing is that these people are moving here. They're starting a life here. They're starting jobs here. And, part of life isn't just coming to a house every day, going to sleep, waking up, taking care of the family, going to work, coming back. These people moving here are going to want to experience recreation that is Texas. And Texas itself presents a unique landscape for this type of thing because the majority of land in Texas, if you didn't know, is privately owned. It's privately owned land, which means that it's either, already sold or up for sale. And so what I'm tracking, it's my own little thing. This is all speculation, of course, right? It's all speculation until it pays off in, 10, 20 years. But my speculation is just as there is a, kind of a housing crisis, and granted, it is going on nationwide. But since there's a housing shortage in Texas because so many people are moving here every single day. And as these people with their higher jobs and their higher salaries continue to move here, they're going to want to experience the lifestyle of Texas. And part of that lifestyle is owning your own land, going out there, being able to go out there to camp, to hunt, to shoot, to drive ATVs, to just enjoy the nature that is Texas. And so we want to snatch up a larger tract of said land, and there's no better place to look right now. This is 2021, so if you're catching this later on, I can't help you. But right now, 2021, there's no greater place to look than, West Texas for big lots of land that are still, relatively affordable. And so that's what we did. So once, we kind of made the decision that we want to acquire more land. We knew that we could not, use the VLB again, and we already knew how difficult it would be to, go through a conventional mortgage process. And honestly, we didn't really want to do that because at the time, and still currently, we are under contract for multiple real estate properties. So we didn't want to mess up our financing and things like that by just going through endless hoops with some conventional lender for an undeveloped land loan. So I decided to use a little something, or look for land properties that were using a little something called owner financing. What does owner financing mean? Basically what it sounds like. The financing for the property, if you don't have the full amount to pay, the owner, because they own 100% of the land, they essentially act as the bank. And the beautiful thing about this is oftentimes there's no credit check. They don't really need any documents or anything like that. If you have the funds for the down payment, they literally let you put the down payment, you sign over the deed, you do the whole paperwork thing, and it's a really quick process, and boom, the land is yours. And so that's what we did. We found an area out in West Texas, about 40 minutes outside of Del Rio. You can look that up for yourself, or we could put a little map to show you kind of where it's at. And it's a little place called the Osman Canyon Ranch. And what this company is they're kind of like a land wholesaler. They purchase huge swaths of land. They kind of break it up, do the surveys, do the plans for it, and then sell off the plots. And they're selling off pretty decent plots. Now, the beautiful part about where we got our land, because you know me, man. You know me. I'm always looking for the deal. So I want to be able to buy land for under market value that's in a highly desirable area, either currently or will be, where price and trends are trending up. And, I want some type of discount, man. I want some type of discount. And guess what? This hit all of those things for us. All of those things. So let me read it to you guys real quick. So yeah, we'll post some pictures up. But yeah, so basically it says the Osman Canyon Ranch is the newest West Texas ranch on the market. Thick green draws, mesquite cedar roll, blah, blah, blah. They're basically just hyping up, the little area. Here's the part that I love. It has a community watering station is available for all property owners to fill up any water containers or totes. That's huge because West Texas, it starts getting pretty vast out there. Pretty vast and pretty sparse as far as, human population goes. The ranch has a proven track record over the years of great hunting and a robust deer population. Owner financing is available with only 5% down and no credit check. Here's the kicker. Military and first responder discounts are available as well. And that right there it caught my attention. As you remember, with our primary house, we were able to get the house for less than listed value because I was a law enforcement officer. So seeing this here, they gave discounts to us via military and law enforcement. Your boy tried to get both. Unfortunately, they weren't buying that. But we still got a really good discount on the land for lower than what the advertised price was. And the advertised price was already lower than what surrounding areas were. Why? Because again, this company is in the business of purchasing land, and they're financing the money to purchase that land, and then they're trying to sell that land back to other people, individual buyers, for profit. Right? It's no different than flippers on residential real estate. That's basically what they're doing. They're trying to flip the land for profit. And hey, you know what? If you're interested, I'm not getting paid for this. I'm just telling you where we're getting our stuff. I'll show you why I'm interested in this area specifically in a second. But if you're interested, there are still a few tracks left. These are the bigger tracks. You are going to pay a little bit more for them. Looking here, there's still a few under under 100,000. I picked the best lot for me because I liked the access from the road and everything like that. It has really good access. My plot has elevation and things like that, so I can have a lot of different things that I can do with my land. A lot of different things that other people who might be interested in using my land could use. But if you're interested, before they're all gone, you can check them out. Osman Canyon Ranch, out there in West Texas, out in Langtree, Texas, small little ghost town of a place. And I say that, and you might think it's not a good investment to be out there, but let me show you the things that I look at and what I use to determine that this is a good long-term investment for me and my family. If you guys aren't familiar, there's a little university here called Texas A&M University, and one of the things that they provide is a yearly report on land prices, specifically rural land prices in the state of Texas. You can hop on their site and you can break down what undeveloped tracts of land are going for by area. And you can see it from like the 1970s all the way to current times. So, before I got on here, I hopped on here. They just put out 2020 not too long ago, but when I was looking at for the land, we saw 2019. And so for our area, which is the Hill Country South, it's in Valverde County. You come on to the thing, you can see that back in 2019, there was a nominal percentage change in price for rural land in that area of 18.38%. Price of the land went up 18.38%, and it had a real percentage gain, real price increase of of 16.3%. Now going into 2020, those numbers are substantially lower, and that's to be expected. That's exactly when COVID hit. The world shut down. A lot of people lost their jobs. And even with all of that, and the drop-off was significant, but even with all of that, prices on land in the area still went up nominally 6.13% and had a real increase of 4.87%. And that is during the worst time when stock markets were taking a dive and everything like that. I wouldn't be surprised to see that this number has upticked greatly once the 2021 report comes out, beginning of next year. People are moving to Texas, y'all. And there's one thing that they're not making more of is land. Okay, developers are interested in land. Energy companies are interested in land. Regular everyday people are interested in land just for recreational and hunting purposes. Farmers are interested in land. Like, there are so many reasons on why you should be looking to own a little slice of Texas for yourself, for you and yours. And look, like I said, if you don't want to jump through the hoops, maybe you're not a veteran so you can't take advantage of the VLB, owner financed land that is being sold by owners through an owner finance program. It's super easy, super amazing. And the good thing about it is you're talking either with the owner's agent or sometimes directly with the owner, and you can negotiate. You can ask, hey, do you do discounts for veterans? Do you do discounts for police officers? Do you do discounts for teachers? Do you do discounts for people in the medical profession? Do you do discounts for college students? Whatever. Ask. They're oftentimes a lot smaller machine than going through these big, traditional, conventional companies. The interest rates can be a little crazy, but guess what? It's all negotiable. It's all negotiable. You got to be able to talk, give and take. You got to know where you want to be as far as your end numbers and how much you want to pay per month. And, you can get yourself some too. I think right now in total, we're sitting on close to 75 acres of land. And we do have plans to grab a lot more. And so, yeah, hey, that's it. Just keeping you guys abreast of what's going on with us. Like I said, I'm a part-time investor. This is what we really do. We really do pick up land. We really do buy houses, and we'll have some more of that coming your way once things start getting closed. Yeah, we got a tenant in one of our houses. It's going pretty good. If we talk about that too. If you guys are interested, leave some comments. Let me know. Message your boy. Real quick, I will say this, and this might just be a one-off thing, but our experience, owner financing, the closing process, man, it is way different. Like it's just like there's really no title company involved. We kind of just had a mobile notary come over the house. Like you get some contract stuff. We signed it, but one of the things that we missed was we had a contract that said that we were to be given the warranty deed for the land, but we didn't actually end up getting the warranty deed for the land. So I would say if you go the owner financing route, make sure that you not only have the contract that says you're entitled to the warranty deed, but that you actually get the warranty deed. Now, we had to call them back. This is like, month and a half or so after we already gotten the land. And that happened just to go back. I was in talks with some people who are looking at using the land and paying us to use it. And I was like, oh man, we're going to need, they're going to look up, the county records to make sure that we're actually the owners of the land, et cetera, et cetera. I went there and our names weren't on it. So I had to call these people back, and they had to send out that warranty deed. We actually just signed it a few days back. So if you're going to own financing route, like I said, the process is way quicker. Like we're not talking 30, 40 days here. We're talking like a week or two for closing, if that. It's really just a matter of moving money and when you can get like a mobile notary or go there to their little shop and sign the paperwork. So make sure if you're going to owner financing route, which I suggest you look into, specifically just for the ability to get discounts, the ability to negotiate, and the ability to not take a credit hit. Like I said, they're not going to do credit checks in most instances. And as long as you have the funds for the down payment, you can pay as little as 5%. You can pay 10%, 15%, 20%. They don't care. Also, if you're doing a down payment, typically, at least in our experience, you can do 5% down, but the more you put down, the lower they'll make your interest rate. So if interest rate and monthly payment are a thing for you, if you put 10 to 15% down, we end up doing 10% instead of the 5%. Then we actually got a lower interest rate because of it. But make sure if you go the owner financing route, regardless of all that, you make sure that you not only have the contract that says you're going to get the deed, but make sure you get the actual warranty deed paperwork as well. Sign that. It's important so that you can have the land in your name. Yep, but that's it for today. Oh, hey, before you guys rush out of here, as always, if you like the video, subscribe, click notification bell. Helps the channel out tremendously. Like I said, we're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers at this point. I don't know when it is you're catching this video. If you're catching it after 1,000 subscribers, then we're trying to hit the next milestone, so help us out anyway. Hey, we'll be here next week. As always, if you know anyone that's going through the police process, thinking about becoming a cop, is a concerned citizen, check our links down below. We have a ton of resources, most of which are written by yours truly, this guy right here. I put my own experiences into these books, and feedback overall has been pretty helpful, pretty positive that the books are helpful. There we go, a little tongue-tied there. So check them out. Again, all that money goes directly back into the channel, allows us to continue to doing our growth campaigns so that we can continue to grow the channel and continue putting out useful information for you guys. All right? That's it for today, y'all. It's Xavier CRC. As always, stay blessed. And I'll see you guys on the next one.